You say that you want to redefine curiosity as the practice of connection. Huh? What do you mean? And why do you think it needs to be redefined?
Yeah, curiosity has for not just centuries, but for millennia, thousands of years, been defined as this drive to acquire new information, right? That's what we do when we're curious. We want new information. We want to understand something new. We want to get that information and then go use it. And that is a useful way of thinking about curiosity in some instances, but we think it misses something really fundamental about what curiosity is doing. Curiosity for us is not this drive to acquire information, rather, it's a capacity to connect in ideas, connect one idea to another, connect facts to facts, experiences to experiences, people to people. When we're curious, we get social about that. That's part of what it is for the human species to get curious, to work with one another and build knowledge together. All of our knowledge structures share a lot with one another. So that's how we're redefining curiosity as a capacity to connect. And then this has incredible implications for neuroscience, network neuroscience specifically, which Danny is particularly expert in.
Okay, I can't leave that one dangling. Danny, what's the connection for neuroscience?
Well, so I think an important way of framing the contribution that this new theory has is that um, when you connect pieces of information, you can actually engage in cognitive processes that you couldn't before. So that's where the newness comes in. So let's think about what cognitive processes you can engage in when you just acquire bits of information. Okay. So what you can engage in is the sort of I'm going to take this piece of information out of a cabinet of curiosity. I'm going to pull it out of the shelf and I'm going to admire it and look at it. It's a nice decoration. It's a nice ornament. And I'll put it back into onto the shelf in the cabinet of curiosity, right? So independent pieces of information are good to look at and good to put back. Is that what we do with knowledge, or do we do something more? I think that we do something more, and I really like what John Dewey wrote about this topic. He said, knowledge is such a network of interconnections that any past experience will offer a point of advantage from which to get at the problems presented in a new experience. And so, what Dewey is illustrating here is that knowledge is this interconnected pattern of pieces of information. It connects back into the past, it connects forward into the future, and you change your mind about how you are going to engage in that future given what you know about the past. All of that requires connection. It requires connections between pieces of information, between different times, between the information and myself, between my decision making and the new pieces of information I'm gathering. All of that allows for us to engage in our world in a really meaningful way that isn't possible when we think about information being independent units.